Let's go. Okay, let's have some fun. Hello again. Here we are on top of the dune, which is still a smaller one, but it's exhausting to get up here quickly. First of all, I want to say thank you to all the people that were sending me regards for the birthday yesterday. And I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. And please stop sending me chocolates. I have too many of these. Small ones, big ones, all of it. I'm not meant to eat so much chocolate, but I appreciate it. Thank you. And I will eat it. One pack at a time. Okay, yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about what's coming up and why I'm so excited to share this with you. You know, there are times on this planet where some actions are more important than at other times, and right now is the best time to do something that is not materialistic, something spiritual in whatever way it is. And I know all of you have your own routine, you have your own belief system, you have your own experiences, but I would like you and I would love to invite you to go much deeper than what you really can imagine. And it's easy because the energy of the planet is high. It was never like this before since humanity was on the planet. What's happening? And this is why we come to Helsinki and Tampere for courses, to give you a chance to, before the end of the year, extremely improve your magnificence and your vibration. There is a certain routine that I like to teach that is based on my book, which is based on my experience, and it comes in a practical part and a theoretical part. And a lot of you already experienced the practical part, which is the Kriya Yoga meditation, which is an amazing way to get to experience the Creator inside with meditation and through meditation. And it works so well because unlike most other techniques, there's a lot of good stuff around, interesting, with a lot of breathing and hyperventilation and focus and a lot of good results. In my experience, it plays an important role to work with the chakras. And when you do that, it is very beneficial not only for the physical body, because each chakra relates to a certain region or organs, but also is extremely important for the Kundalini flow. That is the reason that the yogis taught this technique the same technique which I teach today for thousands of years. And they certainly knew about other stuff. But this is the highway to heaven. That's what is described, the highway to heaven. And I can only recommend it highly if you are a serious seeker and don't want to get stuck necessarily with beautiful movies and impressions from some amazing dimensions, which is all nice and beautiful to spend time and observe. It's all wow, but it's not the truth, because it's still part of the illusion. So if one wants to get out of the illusion, there are techniques through meditation and through the moving with the chakras and the Kundalini flow and the connection to the third eye to experience the Creator in its pure form, without shape or form, in its pure essence as consciousness, and also be part of that consciousness, experience that, and therefore become self-aware. That is what the whole quest is all about, to become self-aware. And it works through becoming more and more entangled with the field through meditative exercises or whatever you do. There's a lot of other ways where you keep going with shamanic exercises or prayers or whatever your routine is, or giving healing sessions. A lot of you are healers and nurses, and that is an important part to experience. It helps extremely to give healings, to give and receive energy healings in order to understand the flow, the energy flow. Not only understand it, but also feel it. Again, the experience is what matters. There is a lot of things you can read, you can listen to, and a lot of knowledge comes through that. But the wisdom is the experience of the what we call Creator, God. I would call it the universal consciousness, which is all over, endless, timeless, and you are part of that. But until you experience that profoundly in an out-of-body experience, unless you experience it, it's just something you might know about, you heard about, and it's interesting, and it might even sound true, and at the end, it's nothing if you haven't experienced it. It will change everything. This is the I am. I'm not that. And it's so hard to understand it, because the whole system is made to create that amazing illusion that we are the body and the brain is doing everything. And you need to experience an so-called out-of-body experience where you can observe your body, how you meditate, to understand you are not that body. Truly understand it. And that's the first step, to understand what you are as your own system. You are you. You not be eradicated in a big ocean because you're a bubble of water and then suddenly you disappear in the ocean. It's not. You are you. You are that consciousness. Your name goes there. But you access, in the moment that drop of water goes into the ocean, you become bigger. You access that consciousness, that you're part of that big consciousness, fully aware. There's no question. So what Jaco and I, what we are teaching at these courses and workshops is related to that whole idea, to get you extremely close to that understanding what you truly are and what you're not. And a lot of the teachings on the workshops and courses is linked to that book that I wrote, and it was actually generated as first a manual of guidance, because people would ask me, why is my energy so strong when I give healings? There was clearly a difference. We had a big community of healers here, and I was interacting with a lot of them, and we had workshops together, and people would immediately remark that there's 50 other healers, but my energy is different. And all I knew at that time is, when people would ask me, why is your energy so strong? I would say, I don't know. Isn't that normal? I remember that one guy, he's like, what? I put my hand on his heart. And it was so hot for him that he jumped back. That, Nick, you're so hot. And I'm like, is that normal? I mean, I was still very green with the healing, and I thought for everybody it works like it works for me. And since more and more fellow healers said and wanted exchange healings, and they were like, you couldn't believe it. So I started, and they asked me, what is it? So I could only tell them, well, I did a lot of meditation, and then have that kind of knowledge which makes me understand who I am and my relationship to that field. And that was just like a beginning, and then it became more and more complex. So I would write down things in a manner of explaining it as best as I can, how the things all work together to make it possible for you to be a most brilliant light that is possible right now at that moment in time. And it's very simple, actually, if you want it. It's very simple if you want it. I think a lot depends, how much do you want to be that light? How much do you desire to be that? And when you made up your mind, things will magically come. You just attract it. So, lovely people. We still have a few places left in Helsinki and Tampere, and only a really few, 4 or 5 for the retreat in February in Namibia. And if you're anyhow want to tap into the greatness of yourself, I recommend be there. It will be magic. Life will never be the same again. And I say that with the warning. Light is addictive. Once you start seriously pushing the limits, you want to know the truth. And because of it, life will change, which is good. But humans don't like change. So things will remove themselves from your life that do not fit into it anymore. Most of it easy and painless, some of it with pain, because we don't want to let go. At the end, everything will be amazing and beautiful. And on the way, there is so much light, so many miracles, and so much support from all the beings around you, and parts of yourself. Do you realize how amazing and great you are, that some of your guide set is parts of you, parts of your higher self? Such an awesome time, and I invite you with all my love, please come and do this to yourself. It's not just for you. This is the time where we change everything. This is the time you've been waiting for. I know you did. You always want to. You know something is changing, you can feel it. What's changing is the light-dark ratio, meaning the things that we always did in all the lifetimes, and the things we got burned for or killed or whatever. All these things that we always did, the healers and the knowing the secrets of nature and energy. Now is the time. All the other times was a preparation, training, and we are well trained. We are most amazingly trained. So many lifetimes we did exactly that. All the shamans. This is not your first time as a shaman. Of course not. We have been that. High priests, pharaohs, everything. This is the lifetime that matters now, matters the most. And you're well prepared, you're awesomely prepared. Like, wow, let's do this together. I beg you. Because it's not easy. There's a lot of disturbance in the field, and the dark energy is getting extremely nervous because there's too much light. There's never been so much light on the planet like right now, and the potential is scaring the dark forces. That's why they're fighting like mad. So whatever you do right now with the light will change everything very quickly. What if these are the last two big wars on the planet? Right now. What if these are the last two wars? Wouldn't that be amazing? I can see it clearly. That's the future. A planet without war. I hope I see you soon. Love and light. And I'm gonna go back to the chocolate for a ride back home. Have an awesome time, and I see you soon. You lovely people. Can't wait to see you soon. Be good. Stay awesome. All of you, stay awesome.